Yeah!
I look great for 60, don't I? All the classics. But it's true, I'm the new guy in town, so what are you going to do? But I'm going to put it right out there, I'm pretty awesome. For those of you who are not currently aware. I'm just going to go out and put it there.
Yeah!
You know, I'm ruggedly good looking, perfect physical condition, a philosopher and a poet, and an accomplished liar, because none of that is true. But I'm trying to work on my confidence. You know, you got to be confident. Instead of the 25 years of just clawing into your shell and finding the humor in it that I'm used to. Instead, you got to be confident. You know, put your chest out, stand up straight, just go for it. Been working on my tan as well. It's part of the sexy. But I'm something of a night person. I really don't like the sun. I've spent a lot of my time hiding away from the sun. It's really not my friend. But now I'm going out near the pool and everything like that. And I'm generally pretty good at applying sun lotion, but one mistake I'm making that wasn't true as a kid is now I have hair divots. And as long as they don't get worse, I'm all right with that. But currently, I never had those as a kid, so I wasn't used to that when I was applying lotion. And so when I forget to lotion my hair divots and they get burned to hell, yeah, I look like the fucking devil, and that's no good. I hate that. It's very embarrassing. Not great for the confidence at all. But I am a night person, like I said. I like to stay up really late. I like to sleep in late. And now that it's the summer, my neighborhood is finding new and interesting ways to prevent me from doing that. Now that the weather's nice, we have an elderly couple that lives in the basement apartment below us, and they spend most of their time sitting out on the patio doing whatever elderly people do, you know, watch the grass grow, beg for phone calls from ungrateful children, I don't know. But as they're out there, the old guy doesn't bother me so much because I only notice he's there if I have to drive by. But the elderly woman, she doesn't really talk to people as much as she screeches at them like a wounded elephant. She is so loud, and I try and do everything to try and remove her. You know, slam the window angrily, turn on some music. There's nothing that can stop the heartbeats call. It just goes right into my bedroom and wakes me up so often. It's vicious. I hate it when people interrupt my sleep. And so, but she's not there all the time, you know, and so I don't really complain. I kind of deal with it. I get by. But then on the weekends, there comes my other summer nemesis, the ice cream truck. I hate the ice cream truck. And like, I get the idea behind an ice cream truck. I was a kid once, and that was basically the only reason I got exercise as a kid, was chasing after an ice cream truck with a $1 bill. Hopefully he'll notice me. And those were good memories, some of my favorite. But now that I'm older and something of an alcoholic, I don't much care for the ice cream truck. I mean, it always seems to park immediately below my window, and I've yet to determine if there's a bunch of kids around my area that really like ice cream, or if he's just sitting there waiting long enough hoping I come down. He's almost got me a couple times. About angrily eating the ice cream and going back to bed. It just makes me so angry. And like, I can't say that I hate kids, but the fact that they're enjoying ice cream at the expense of my sleep just makes me so angry. I boil with hatred for these little kids. I've never seen them. I don't know why. I've never seen kids just running around my neighborhood, but we're lousy with ice cream trucks. And they stop all the time, so they're doing something. I don't understand it. I'm a pretty lousy friend. I'll put that out there. I try to be nice, but instead I'm just an asshole. I'm very caustic and bitter. I was with a friend of mine the other day. He was talking about his dog. He's got this great little dog. It's really fun. It reminded me of a dog that I had when I was a teenager. We get to making comparisons, you know, everything like that. Oh, your dog did this, my dog did that. And as it goes on, he's like, you know, my dog always has to be on a leash. I hope that someday he kind of calms down. I could let him off the leash and he'll just hang out and be nice. And then without thinking about it, I blurted out, yeah, I used to think that about my dog. I thought that for 14 years and then she died. And he was so taken back by this statement. And as soon as it blurted out of my lips, I felt terrible. Just like, but then I laughed hysterically, right in his face. I couldn't help it. I'm that kind of friend. I don't ever think before I speak, and then I regret it, usually. You're an asshole. I know, right? I make no premonitions about that. It's completely true. Oh my goodness. So I don't have a job. Go figure. We've heard that tune tonight, haven't we? And so I'm constantly trying to find new and clever ways to make money, and none of them work. You know, I've considered donating plasma, but then you have to stop drinking for 24 hours, I'm told, so that's right off the list. I've considered donating semen, but at the same time, I can't find a woman with a child that has the problem I have, so why donate anonymously? They don't know what they're going to get. Not a scientist. This is asshole. I feel terrible about my bad genes. I'm laughing. Yeah, I like hanging out by the pool. It's something that I really enjoy. Like I said, I enjoy working on the town and enjoy being by the pool. But I kind of have a system by determining how I'm going to go swimming. I kind of look around, I peruse the layout. I finally decide that none of the girls around this pool are going to bang me, and then I take my shirt off. Once we've established that point, I really don't care. Like, my game's over. They're going to see it. I don't care. I'm going to blind them with the whiteness of my belly. That's what they get for not liking me. What I love swimming is that I love that because my family used to have a cabin up at Bear Lake. It's fantastic. We went there all the time. I was pretty much born in the water, just always wading around in it. They say that swimming is incredibly good for you, but I don't do any movement. I just kind of wallow there in the water, enjoy myself, kind of float like a dead fat man. Not so much on my stomach. Then you know he's really done. But you know, I try and work on the confidence. You know, not every girl at the pool wants to bang me. Not every girl at the bar wants to bang me. But I try and go out there. I make the effort. Sometimes I'll strike up a conversation with one, but usually that just ends up with me blurting out something really personal and off-putting. You know, just kind of telling a joke. How you doing? I drink too much. That'll terminate a conversation real quick. It's real nice to know you. I have parent issues. Oh, unresolved. Would you listen to me for a minute? They never do. God, I don't know. Did he leave, really? I'm waiting to hear about that guy. He's so angry, he had so much to say, and I was going to say it right back to him, because now I have the power. I command everyone who was now staring right at me. You must listen, my voice is booming, and it is sexy. Stealing this idea I heard earlier. Just earlier, I was with this fine gentleman who was interviewing me for his podcast. You saw him earlier. He commented on my voice, and his idea was that I should describe pornography to people. I have to accredit him with that joke, but I liked it so much, I felt that you needed to hear about that. Because I think it would work. I mean, blind people don't get to enjoy pornography. And if I can really give them the play-by-play, then they're on the page. They can get where they need to be. You know, just really kind of go through the whole thing. He's currently trying to pretend that the condom doesn't fit, but ultimately he just doesn't want to wear it. She's giving him the finger, but it's sexy. And then it went in his butt. What's not to love about pornography? It's filthy, it's everything you wanted it to be. It's magic, really.